on.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
Let's talk about sex for now. To the people at home or in the crowd, it keeps coming up anyhow. Don't decoy, avoid, or make void the topic, cause that ain't gonna stop it. Now we talk about sex on the radio and video shows.
Who's excited for sex class? I'm excited to learn how to sext my man.
Well, I'm definitely curious about how this is gonna go. I just really hope this is an easy A. I need one of those this semester.
I don't know, guys. I'm kind of worried it's going to be really awkward.
I don't really know how I feel about erotic literature.
I'm expecting it to be really chill, you know, just like vanilla sex stuff.
Oh, I hope not. I love 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, as long as it's easy to read.
Welcome to English 230, everybody. Since this is a sexting class, everything that we read in the class will be sexual, even if it doesn't seem like it. Your everyday life is saturated with implicit sexual innuendo. If you examine it closely, anything can be made sexual because humans are sexual beings. Take, for example, a rose. In this course, a rose will never just be a rose, okay? It will always be a symbol for something else. Mainly what? You can say it. It's a vagina. Everyone say it with me. Vagina.
Vagina.
Why are you all fucking whispering? It's not gonna kill you, weirdos. Vagina.
Vagina.
Nice. Class dismissed. Please read The Platonic Blow for next class.
What do you guys think? Our professor has a dirty mouth.
That's what she said.
Guys, I don't think it's going to be chill at all.
I never knew that everything was so sexual. Did you do the reading? No, why? They're honestly fucked up. What's so fucked up about them? There's a shocking poem where a guy gets a rim job. It's really explicit.
What?
Welcome, children, to our first full lecture. Hopefully you all did the readings. The first thing we're going to tackle today is the Platonic Blow. Who can give me a quick summary of the readings? Anyone? No takers? Did anyone do the readings? Okay, how about you, the short-haired girl in the back?
Me?
Yes, please summarize the Platonic Blow for the class.
Yes, okay. Well, the Platonic Blow, okay. Here goes nothing. Basically, this guy's giving another man a blowjob and then a rim job.
That's exactly right. Good job, Amy. Has anyone heard of a Platonic form? Well, the Greek philosopher Plato believed that everything has a perfect or ideal form that it strives to be. In this poem, Auden is describing what he considers to be the Platonic or perfect blow. Any thoughts on the form of the piece?
Well, I noticed there was an A-B rhyme scheme where some of the rhymes didn't quite fit, like pass and arse, and also base and retrace.
Excellent. Thank you, Maya.
And Tower of Power also.
Fuck, yes, that is quite horrible. I don't want to talk about it. Class dismissed. I'll see you next time for the penis. Great, class. That was the penis. Next week, we'll be talking about risque taboos. See you next time.
It's funny. What did you guys think of class today?
It was really great. I was kind of worried that all the readings would be either boring or creepy, but this one was thoroughly amusing.
True. It's so funny how he blamed his penis for not being able to get it together so he could have sex. Does he not realize he's attached to it?
Yeah, seriously. He was not accepting responsibility for the weird situation. He was just blaming it all on his penis.
It seems to be a theme with all these readings, that the narrator shifts the responsibility from themselves to other people or things.
I can't wait to see what we read next week.
Welcome, class, to Taboo Week. I know the readings were probably a bit shocking, but let's just start easy. What were people's general thoughts?
I was super creeped out by the Hungarian adventure piece.
Please expand on that for the class.
I was uncomfortable with the age of the girls and what the guy was doing around them. I thought it was wrong.
Oh, sorry. Well, what if the girls were aware of his intentions or what he was doing? Would it be less creepy then?
I suppose I hadn't thought about it like that, but even if they were aware and playing along with it, they would be too young to fully understand what was going on.
Interesting. Any other thoughts?
I was personally really amused by the Casanova excerpt.
And what did you like about it?
I liked the idea of seduction and not forcing sexual intimacy. The gray area of who was doing the seducing was really intriguing to me and made the piece a very interesting read.
How is the seduction in this piece different from the Hungarian adventurer?
I suppose it isn't much different, because in both pieces you could argue that the girls were doing the seducing.
Excellent. Thank you, Amy. Now, for next class, I'd like everyone to come back and explain how innocence is represented in Venus and Tannhauser.
What did you guys think about Venus and Tannhauser?
Well, it was honestly just really weird to picture.
Breakfast! Breakfast, Adolf!
Oh, are you going to be feeding Adolf now?
No, silly. He's gonna be my breakfast. Come over here, my innocent little darling. Delicious! Exquisite! Thank you for waking up all of Venusburg where there is no sin and semen is breakfast.
Yeah, so really weird in my mind.
Totally so weird.
I actually thought it was kind of hot.
Okay, everyone get into your small groups and discuss the symbolism in La Balcon.
So what did you guys think?
First thing I noticed was the heavy religious imagery. I thought it seemed that the woman described in the piece was both the author's savior and his sin. He was in love with his past memory of her. However, it was his past memory that is also holding him back.
It was definitely another example of the theme of transcendentalism.
The balcony was both keeping the author away from the sin, but also he was able to watch it, so he wasn't completely separated from it.
It seemed very reminiscent of Romeo and Juliet because of the famous balcony scene.
Good work, guys! Sounds like you have a really thorough idea of how the form and content work together.
Ah, the end of the year finally.
I'm so looking forward to summer, but we had a lot of fun this semester.
So glad that we took English 230. I wasn't sure what to think about the course at first because of all the sex, but it made me a lot more comfortable talking about sex and my sexuality.
Yeah, now I feel comfortable saying clitoris and vagina.
I also learned what makes something erotic and what good erotic is, rather than just a description of bumps and stray hairs.
Yeah, the connection of form and content is really important to make something interesting.
To be erotic, it has to sound erotic.
Yeah, awkward sounds awkward. Pulchritude does not sound beautiful, but that's what it means.
Yes, every word is chosen for a reason.
Like in May I Feel, said he, capitalization of mind signified the importance of how the person was declaring ownership of the other.
I agree. That makes me think of all the symbolism that we read about, like all the words for dick. You know, like staff, rod, totem pole, sword, member, subway sandwich, footlong, Tower of Power, Byzantine dome.
Okay, Amy, we get the picture. Dicks.
Back to the point. The way that something is written changes the way you say the words and how you feel about what's being written.
Yeah, like with the edging. Some of the authors would build up the tension in the story, then break away from the sex right when you felt there was going to be satisfaction or finality.
Exactly. That makes me think of the way that punctuation was used a lot. Punctuation slows you down, makes you feel as if it was going slower. Conversely, you read no punctuation super quick, and it makes you feel as if it's going really fast.
I noticed a lot how repetition with words was representative of synchronicity between partners, because it demonstrated how they were both on the same page at the same time.
I think I can apply a lot of this to future writings if I want my reader to feel a specific way.
I'm so happy that we took this class. I did not know any of these things before, and this has really opened my eyes as to how erotica is an art form, and not just gross writing you read in a dark corner.
Yeah, all I read before was terrible Twilight and One Direction fan fiction. This has really broadened what I think I'm interested in and changed my opinion about erotic writing.
At the beginning of the course, I thought it would be a lot more graphic and all violent, but a lot of it was more suggestive or symbolic of sex.
I agree. I came into class thinking that erotic literature was just about weird fetishes.
It's not actually, and often if you actually like reading about violence or rape or bondage, it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to do that in real life.
That's a really good point. 3 months ago, I definitely would have assumed that if you read about that stuff, you must also really want to do it.
Thanks, Professor Ross. We've learned so much.
Yours.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things